Hi, this is Lada from astrolada.com, and today I'm here with your weekly horoscope for the 17th to the 23rd, 17th to the 23rd of December 2018. And I have good news for you guys. It's a good week coming up to Christmas. We have at the end of the week a full moon, which is quite positive. We'll speak about it, how it's going to affect each of you individually. And we have quite a few positive transits this week, which means they allow the circumstances around us to be supportive in whatever we are doing. And of course, sometimes people say, oh, you said it's going to be an awesome week, and I had a horrible week. It also depends on your personal horoscope. The personal horoscope, they can be a great week around the world, which generally most people would feel it. But if you in particular are the unlucky one to have probably like say 10 difficult transits this week on your personal horoscope, then no, you can't, this is more powerful than what's currently happening in the sky. And thankfully, on the 21st of December, you can check my website, astrolada.com, because I'm going to be having a free transit calculator for you guys. It's been work in process for 4 years. I've been writing it. It's finally ready. You're going to have access to your weekly transits for a whole week ahead whenever you enter, once you register, and you can read about what it is. And this weekly data general will be basically dwindle in comparison to the accurateness of your personal transits. And these will be transits that no one else in the world has, unless you have a twin that is born within 2-3 minutes from you. Then someone in the world will have, if you have a twin, the same, very similar transits. But this is very specific professional astrology software that I'm making available to you for free. So check it out after the 21st of December. But this week, and also check out my yearly 2019 videos, which are just $6.99 for an hour and a half of information for each sign. Check out your ascendant sign and sun signs. Also, I have written ones from my teacher. There are 50 pages of slides, which are more compact information. Some people prefer to read. They're very clear, simple, easy to understand. And the 2019 calendar, which is 105 pages, which basically I would even demonstrate for you here now about this coming week. Let me share my screen. This is the one from 2018. But look how this week is indicated here from the 17th of December to the 23rd. We have a lot of transits happening, and they're all positive. Mars, sextile Pluto, the week starts very strong. Then we have Sun trine Uranus on the 20th, and Venus trine Neptune, Mercury conjunct Jupiter, that's the big one. And the full moon on the 22nd, and the week starts quite good. The week starts with Mars sextile, where is it? Mars sextile Pluto on the 17th. So it means that already on Sunday, Monday, and even Tuesday, even up to Wednesday, you can feel, it's great it's a positive aspect. Mars is our physical energy, and Pluto intensifies that in a gentle way that does not disrupt us. So we have more physical energy for exercise or for anything that requires us to put more focused attention, more focused energy, and efforts. And Mars sextile Pluto can also help us change something for better, because Pluto is like uber willpower. Mars is our willpower. Pluto is considered in astrology divine willpower. So somehow our own willpower aligns with the willpower of the divine willpower. So things flow easier because you're not trying to bust through walls where there is no door. Wherever you direct your effort, some kind of you more easily tap into, align into the divine will, so you can change something you like in a positive way. You can also sexually, it can enhance sexuality for some people, you can also receive help from people in position of power. As you can see, Pluto rules power, especially from males, because Mars rules males. And great for physical sports and competition as well, or any kind of business that is competitive. You're gonna have generally Mars is competitive planet. Pluto helps. You're gonna have the right strategy because Pluto is very strategic to act in some competitive environment and to have an edge. And also on December the 20th, and you'll feel it a day even before that or two. So it means already from Thursday, Friday, The sun is trine Uranus, and that's fantastic aspect because it is very enlivening. It's great for social activities of any sort. It's great for if you're in any career which is connected to Uranus, because the sun is our conscious activities, which indicates often our career and goals. So if you have any goals or any activities or any career that's connected to Uranus, and that is uh, IT, social media, new technologies, social influencer in some way, if you're an astrologer or if you're working with alternative information or with high or scientific information at that matter as well, you're going to have really good alignment there, and the work will flow. There is positive, basically the stars are helping you with such ventures which are connected to internet, to computers, to social media. I enumerated that. And also the sun is our consciousness, and Uranus is divine, according to esoteric astrology, divine wisdom. So you can have like sudden flashes of wisdom and inspiration that come around the 20th of December, maybe a bit before, maybe a bit after. uh, and you can see things from a different angle, but it's not going to crush you. It's not going to break your world apart. It's a soft aspect, which means it comes like an illumination, and you're like, aha, that makes sense. Okay. And you can feel more liberated as well during that time, especially people that are fire signs. They'll feel that. And the air signs, which is, the fire signs are Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. The air signs are Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. They feel this influence a bit more. And it's easier to express yourself more, to be more original as well, to have new ideas, as I said. For everyone generally, in some area of your life, the Sun trine Uranus can help you have a spark of inspiration and a new idea. Also feeling magnetic and vibrant, as it says here. Good for working in group projects, because Uranus rules big groups of people. And also, if you have an idea, you can make it viral around that time, because Uranus spreads fast like wildfire, especially in a trine with the Sun. So do such initiatives. Flashes of intuitive sights, we said that. Favorable time for making changes and taking risks. Uranus wants to try something new, to experiment. And when it's in a good aspect with the Sun, somehow we align with our higher, with those risky actions and those new activities that we want to undertake. They somehow align to our higher purpose, which is the Sun. They're aligned to your higher self. And to the bigger picture for your life and the bigger goals. So these can go quite well. And then we have Venus trine Neptune on December. So you see, one after another, positive aspects, positive transits are happening in the sky. And as I said, you have to have quite a few unfortunate transits happening next week for you not to feel those positive influences, or for them to be overpowered. But this is for everyone how the planets are. So Venus trine Neptune, again, you can feel it even before that. So that's, what is it? This is Friday, Saturday, most likely. And this is great to go on a romantic date. Venus is the planet that rules relationships, and Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, as they say. So it's unconditional love. People are more forgiving. They're more willing to not to criticize when Venus connects gently with Neptune, to oversee small issues. So if you go on a date, it can go quite well. Actually, usually relationships started around Venus trine Neptune turn out to be quite almost like very romantic, very soulful. They turn out to be quite gentle and compassionate. And often they're kind of like a thing of a fairy tale story, and as I said, it says here you can fall in love. Of course, it doesn't mean the whole world will fall in love. But for those of you that have something, even if you're already in a relationship, you can reconnect emotionally more with your partner. You can feel more merged with them and more in tune and aligned with them and feeling them on a soul level almost. And you can just generally feel emotionally more content around that day. It's a good day. Venus is also to pamper yourself, to give pleasure to yourself. And with Neptune, you can do something gentle like spa treatment, like social entertainment of some sort, which is Venus, which is soulful, which almost nourishes your soul. So even if you go out with friends, they'll be more understanding, they'll be more compassionate. You can share some things, you can feel more connected to them. Uh, and falling in love can mean like you can fall in love with certain aspect of your day or of your life at that moment. You can recognize something beautiful and appreciate it on a spiritual level, appreciate its essence and its soul, around that time. And as I said, you can feel closely connected to other people, able to feel and receive empathy and tenderness. It's a good time to reconcile with someone because people are just more soft in the heart. They are more willing to open their heart chakra and to connect with others more forgivingly. Um, Also, it says you're able to sense the emotional conditions of your partner and loved ones, which is great. Increase intuition and how to proceed in negotiations, relationships. If you're having some important business deal, some important negotiation with someone, for example, a contract, usually you kind of will feel what is the right thing to say and how to act. A romantic atmosphere, just basically people can be feeling in a more relaxed mood coming up to Christmas. Neptune is all about relaxing. Venus is all about enjoying. Neptune is about, it can also indicate enjoying a few glasses of your favorite thing that obliterates, that takes you out of your normal state, which is Neptune. And it's not gonna go bad because Venus is trying Neptune. Some pleasant experiences will come from that, but I don't encourage you to do that. You can just be in that more jolly, relaxed, charitable. Neptune is charitable. Venus is loving, charitable, and loving towards others, to give, to receive. If you're Christmas shopping around that time, you can have intuitive insights about what is the right present for the people to buy, even the day before that, because Neptune is intuitive, Venus is present, and you can kind of almost like feel what is the right thing, and you can get a bit too generous as well. The trine makes you not lose, but untie your wallet and spend a bit more, and you do it and you enjoy it. It's not going to feel like darn. Okay, so a great time also for artistic activities, and for artists, for inspiration. This is great. And then we have the most important conjunction this week, which is Mercury conjunct Jupiter. And I think that it's all on the same day. It's very positive influence again. So December the 21st, that's one of the reasons I chose it to release my transit calendar, because Mercury is conjoined with Jupiter. And this happens usually once or sometimes twice a year. And this is fantastic because Mercury is the planet of communication. Jupiter is the planet of luck, expansion. So anything to do with Mercury activities, basically, if you have some important presentation to do, you'll be lucky, it will be accepted, you sound confident, you'll get others enthusiastic about your ideas. If you have some important conversations, and remember, Venus is trine Neptune that day, people are generally in a more merry and in a more gentle and compassionate and accepting state of heart. And Mercury conjunct Jupiter, they're generally feeling more positive, because Mercury is your mind. When it's joined the planet Jupiter, people feel more positive, more embracing. They feel good, more optimistic, as it says here, expansive thinking, favorable for business and commercial activities. Anything, commercial transaction, business activities, contract, as we said, with Venus trine Neptune as well. Doing anything to do with deals, with transactions, with negotiations, with commerce, with administrative and business tasks, it goes well. I mean, it's just flows because of Jupiter. It gives good results, and it's going to be giving good results for the future. It's also great for anything to do with internet, websites, with publishing articles, with publishing some important information, or if you want your message to go out there and spread. And remember, the sun is still trine Uranus. It's just the day before that. It's still in effect, so things can spread fast, So any kind of communicative, commercial, administrative, business, information, software, internet is fantastic. It's great for buying gadgets, technological gadgets. You'll find the right ones, the right deals, even better than you expected. Mercury rules phones and laptops and anything techie there. And Jupiter helps to make the intuitively the right choices, so to have make good deals. It's planning. Mercury is planning. Do long-term planning now. You see the bigger picture when Jupiter joins Mercury. Your small mind, that is everyday mind of Mercury, of details, of planning, of information, it has a direct connection around that time with your higher mind, which sees the bigger picture, the bigger perspective. So it's fantastic to plan long-term. International travel goes well. Any kind of travel goes well. Foreign affairs also, communications with foreigners and people in higher positions, which is what Jupiter is, someone higher, go very well. So if you have to approach someone like that, do it. Beneficial for communications of any sorts, maybe with your relatives, Mercury, maybe with your siblings. And that continues a day or two after that. I would say the whole week is under the influence of Mercury conjunct Jupiter. And new ideas, different perspective as well. It gives good organizational abilities, favorable for teaching, learning new things. Yes, people open up their minds. They want to expand their minds. Great for taking a class or a course. We also have a webinar with Nikola Stojanovic on that day when Mercury conjunct Jupiter. And it's about how to find the right people in your life according to your, looking at your horoscope, how to choose the right people who can help you. Check this out. And I forgot to tell you that we have a webinar, not a webinar, a summer retreat with Nikola Stojanovic, guys. Let me stop that. Some of you probably haven't heard that, and many people are asking me, when are we going to see you live? When are we going to meet you? And this is the first retreat I'm organizing. Me and Nikola Stojanovic are there. There will be lectures every day. Another two astrologers will come as a surprise, and they'll be part of the crew helping everyone. I'll announce them later. And it's about almost 4 days, and we're on the beach. We're having classes for 6 hours a day, and then we're hanging out on the beach, on the pools, and we're having dinners, and I'm cooking one night for everyone in my place. This party in my place, so it'll be great fun. I'm super excited. And we're going to a sacred site, astrological sacred site, which is 10,000 years old. That will be fascinating. All right, so whoever wants to go, you can check the link below. I would love to have you. There are only 40 places, and we have half of them filled already. So yeah, check. And maybe we can take a few more people. And let's see now, we also have the full moon in Cancer. And the full moon in Cancer is on the 1st degree of Cancer, on the 0 degree actually. And I would show it like, yeah, the moon is here. And the 0 degrees of Cancer, and this full moon is quite nice because it has a trine from Uranus. Even though Uranus is in Aries, it has a gentle aspect, a trine from Uranus. So what can it mean? Full moons, first of all, are about, in ancient astrology, are considered to bring fruition, to be positive. Full moons, something is at its full force, something gives fruit, something, you reap the fruits of something, you see developments, resolutions, you see the results of your actions. So usually they trigger some positive development. So for everyone, it will be in a different area of your horoscope. And because Uranus is involved with a positive aspect, with a trine, it's going to happen fast. And it's going to happen maybe a bit unexpectedly, or the results of your actions will come faster than you expected, and you'll be like a bit taken aback in a positive way. And the moon in Cancer is extremely intuitional. The moon is already a planet of intuition, and Cancer is its own sign, so the intuition will increase so much towards the end of this week and the next 2 weeks, because a full moon influences the next 2 weeks. And of course, that will be great for connecting with family. That's perfect for Christmas, for connecting and for having honest, truthful communication with family, and having an exciting connection as well, an exciting development in family. But There will be some illumination of some truth, because Uranus rules truth. When it trines the moon, almost intuitively, you'll find out some truth. It will give you an answer to something in your life, intuitively or suddenly. That will help you see better results, or illuminate. The full moon illuminates, puts it like a spotlight, like a projector on in a theater, on certain area of your life, and it's going to give clarity, and it's going to give results and fruition. So for Aries, this is going to happen the full moon in the fourth house. So Aries can have something good happen in regards to their family life, personal life, place of living, parenthood. Um, it's just going to be a good week for connecting emotionally with people as well. And sudden developments can help you with your family life, family responsibilities, or finding the right place to live, or mm, some important personal family situation or property. If you're Taurus, the full moon is happening in your third house. So you can find a sudden piece of information. The moon illuminates this third house of communication information, because Uranus is connected, suddenly finding piece of information that's important. Or maybe you can make some important contacts and important conversations that are illuminating, and that give you a solution for something, that give you not only missing piece of information, but some ideas. Contacts with relatives, with family, with siblings, again, can be quite happening, can be on the focus there, and some positive things can come out of them, some new ideas as well. Also, any travels can go well. It can put the spotlight on traveling of some sort if you're Taurus, and on anything to do with learning something new. If you are Gemini, this is happening in your second house. There can be a sudden illumination or fruition of some material situation in your life, or resolution, or finding suddenly information, or finding suddenly a solution to something connected to material circumstances, money, assets. It can be even an increase financially of some sort. If you've worked hard before, now you can see the fruits, the results of that hard work in as material resources and rewards. It can also indicate putting the spotlight on assets, on material, tangible things like gifts, like things that have value and worth, that you intuitively know what it is, what you need, and what to get, and you make the right choice as well of some sort. Of if you're trying to make some financial transactions, or where to put your money, this can be a good week, or the next 2 weeks. You can have like intuitive feeling what to do in order to have more money or more financial security, or where to invest your money in some way. If you're Cancer, it's happening in your own sign, especially if you're Cancer in the very first 4 or 5 degrees, 0 to 5 degrees. Basically, if you're born June born Cancer, this full moon will be extremely strong for you, but all of you Cancers will feel it to some degree. And this put the spotlight on you, Cancers. It's almost like you're the center of the universe in your family or whatever. This week, you might feel more important. You might feel like there is like a, like a spotlight on you. You can feel that you're called to do this week to be uh, a force. Let's say, you're everyone is looking at you, and at the same time Uranus is helping this moon, so they can be exciting, because it's from the almost from the 11th house. There they can be exciting connections with people, emotionally as well, and with friends, and likewise. And this is good because Cancer can have really fulfilling week, in the sense that especially the firstborn Cancer, the first degree born Cancers, they can fulfill something, they can complete something, they can see the results of some actions of theirs. And often it is, and because the moon has an opposition from the sun, this is a full moon, it can make you re-examine your plans for the next 6 months, because this is mid-time between after your birthday, if your sun is in Cancer. And this means that it's half year through. Usually this is when we make a new plan and you reprogram, we evaluate, because we see the results of our efforts for the past few months, and we see, okay, this should stay, this should go, and you decide what to keep and how to, and you get like a new spurt of intuition and incentive for new beginnings, for new starts, and to adjust the programs that are not working, what to keep, what to eliminate. I usually always, when there is a full moon in my sign, I find myself very active, very busy. I find myself very illuminated with new ideas as well, intuitively almost. And because Uranus is making trine to the moon, which is you feel quite inspired with new ideas, new flashes of inspiration coming. Some sudden luck can come to you, or some very lucky circumstances unexpectedly can align for you as well. And new acquaintances as well, it can be part of it. And it's good, again, as I said, for new initiatives that you have more exactly is to seeing the results of your actions already and to reaping the rewards of those. If you're Leo, the full moon falls in your 12th house, and it's very intuitive full moon in Cancer. Wow, your things don't manifest so much on the material level, Leo, from this full moon, but intuitively you can get sudden flashes of inspiration, especially Uranus making a trine to the moon. You can just download information suddenly, which gives you solutions for some situations, and especially something that you are not aware of, which is the 12th house. You can, some secret can come to the surface now. This moon can put the spotlight on the secret that you find out that should help you resolve something or empower you in some way. Or you can even put the spotlight on some, and you to have some deep self-realizations about behaviors that were self-sabotaging and that were putting you in a repeat pattern of some sort, and that were imprisoning you, own behaviors that were imprisoning you, that were even you were not even aware of. You can become aware of now on an intuitive level, where like a psychological realization of some sort, and that can help release you from certain imprisonment, from certain self-created or restriction in your life. And it's going to happen suddenly, and it's going to happen though gently at the same time. um, and it's good if you're traveling to faraway places, foreign countries of some sort, or if you're doing, you might be moved to do a lot more charitable activities this week, Leos, because the 12th house, the house of giving, is the house of taking care of others, of being compassionate and considerate. And so, Leo, you'll feel a bit more generous now, and more generous to give and to help those in need, or to, because your compassion increases. Definitely, the moon puts a strong energy there. Plus, your dreams might be crazy this week. With the full moon in your 12th house, a dream can illuminate the matter, or can give you an answer of some sort suddenly, and it can just, you can just have very vivid dreams overall. And if you want to travel somewhere far away, good. This is good. Plus, the 12th house, the house of relaxing, taking it easy. The moon can enhance your desire to escape responsibilities, to enjoy, to kick it up, and to basically to be free from worldly duties and responsibilities, and even can enhance your desire for escapist behaviors like drinking and stuff like that. So be careful there. If you're Virgo, the full moon is happening, but Leos will have other support. I forgot to say, because Jupiter and Mercury are conjunct in a fire sign. The Sun and Uranus are trine in fire signs, so they're full of Leos and the all fire signs. They'll be full of vitality this week. There'll be your romantic life. Something important can happen with the Jupiter Mercury conjunction, Leo. Plus, in your um, also for traveling, the ninth house there, for inspiration, to feeling positive, it's good. Virgo, you have the full moon happening in your 11th house. There can be some positive things happening with friends, with social circles, maybe even making new friends, or a friendship that existed shows you its results, or some friend does something for you, helps you, in some way, because this is the 11th house. Plus, the 11th house is known as the house of uh, titles and honors, or recognition of some sort, or is known as the house of gains. So now, if you've been working on something, you can receive gains. The full moon illuminates the houses of gains and triggers it to give you something. Whatever you work to, is it social recognition, or is it material gains of some sort? this is going to happen. And something good can come also from your home and family life. Mercury, Jupiter conjunct in your fourth house. Some important communications or decisions that you take connected to property, to family, to home are also very good. If you're Libra, the full moon is happening in your 10th house. So this can be a good week where you see, Libras, the results of your actions in regards to your career and um, social activities. And maybe like a career project can complete and show its results. Maybe something important can happen in regards to uh, authority or father figure in your life, but more of a positive type, something that helps you in some way. And also with matters related to your uh, reputation. So reputation, authority, being respected. The moon illuminates that whatever activities you've done in the past, now you can reap the rewards for them in regards to career, reputation. It can even trigger good career, even promotions for some people if that's what they've deserved. All the news of such, or some ideas can come to fruition in regards to your career, and you can see their results. Also, because Mercury and Jupiter are joining in your third house this week, fantastic time for any trips, guys, Libras, if you're having, for hanging out with relatives, for hanging out with friends. Third house also rules friends, for important, to make important decisions which will go positively in regards to some business transaction, in regards to some commercial activities, administrative things, matters, something connected to writing or speaking. You can feel more inspired, or to contracts and to uh, such activities. All right, if you are Scorpio, the full moon is happening in your ninth house. Fantastic time to travel to a foreign country or to a different state, guys. Puts you in a festive mood already. Helps you see the bigger picture. Helps you be more optimistic. Scorpios, and Scorpios need that. And it's good time if you want to study something, or if you have studied something now, to start seeing the results of, if you've learned something, if you studied something, to inspire you, that you've been inspired to study or learn, that you start seeing the results of that, whatever you've been learning. It can also indicate some important communications with foreigners or people from different places. And on another level, you have Mercury, Jupiter conjunct in the second house. Good time for finances. You can gain something materially. You can make important choices for matters regarding money, and these will be positive choices. So, also, second house is spending money. And this can be a great time when you're buying presents, but also you can find good deals because two benefics are joining together. Yes, Jupiter can make you spend a bit more, but I think it's good time for anything connected to financial, material, money, and you can even gain something, as well. You can something that you consider valuable, find the right deals as well. If you're Sagittarius, the full moon is in your eighth house. You can receive something from another. You can, for example, your spouse can have an increase financially if they worked hard, or you can have someone make you a present or give you a loan, or help you resolve someone help you with their resources, whether material or knowledge resources of some sort, because it has the house of help from others, and the moon will allow you to receive this help from others for something. You can ask for support from someone. Again, it's much more likely that you receive it. Some sudden illumination and resolution through help of another person, through their resources, financial, material. Also, it can mean that you can make some good decisions in regards to where to invest your money together with a partner, or you can receive some money that is owed to you from clients or from someone of some sort. All right, and also you can have some deep psychological illuminations in regards to uh, painful things that have happened. Eight houses where we bury those painful things, and the moon illuminates them there and helps you suddenly find out almost intuitively why you're holding on to that pain, and can actually kickstart the process of very fast healing and transformation, because the eighth house can flip things from a state of trauma. If it's activated by a powerful thing, a positive one like the moon, like deep emotional healing can start happening for some of you, and make you kind of go on the other side, cross that bridge, and start that healing process. And some surprises can come. The eighth house is known for surprises, some secrets and surprises that can change things very fast for you as well. And that puts some secret that puts that creates a big change happening in your life. And also you have Mercury and Jupiter conjunct in your sign. Fantastic week for you, Sagittarius, for new beginnings. They're both visible. Fantastic week to do some traveling, some studies, some higher knowledge. Fantastic week to connect to people, to communicate, to present yourself in some way. Fantastic week to start doing anything connected to writing, speaking, communications, information, some business deals as well. Go for it. If you're Capricorn, the full moon is in your seventh house. It illuminates matters regarding to your relationships. You can find out suddenly something about a partnership, or something even can come to fruition to take a relationship to the next stage for more commitment, or even sometimes it can mean if you're already in a relationship, it can indicate something good that happens in the life of your partner that affects you as well positively, or that you do something good together with a partner, and that gives you a sense of fulfillment and emotional nourishment. But the spotlight is on your relationships, and they are being kind of like illuminated, and you find out something intuitively about it. You can connect on a deeper level with your partner right now. It can also indicate like the completion and the fruition of some business partnership or contract or agreement as well. And Mercury and Jupiter are conjunct in your 12th house. Fantastic for traveling far away or to other places. Fantastic to studying something mystical, esoteric. Fantastic as well for intuition, to having sudden flashes of insight, because the 12th house is the invisible world, and the two planets that rule the high and the lower mind are joining there in your dreams. You can even receive messages, because Mercury is the messenger, Jupiter is the angels. So messages in your dreams or through psychics. You have a psychic reading, Capricorns. This can be one of the best ones ever, that you're given authentic, true messages, or any kind of reading that connects with the invisible worlds. But intuition, traveling is great. And 12 houses, escaping reality. Yeah, that can be good as well. If you are Aquarius, the full moon is in your sixth house. It can illuminate matters regarding your health. It can give sudden intuitive answers in matters concerning your health, addictions, issues like that. You can actually see the results of your actions. But because the full moon is positive, it tends to indicate that if you've been working on your health to improve something, you can now start feeling that, or you can have a sudden insight in regards to what to do that is right for your routines, for your health. Also, you can mean the completion and seeing the results of some work project. Funny that I'm just completing a work project that's been behind the scenes for 4 years, and it's coming during the full moon, the day before it's active already. So completion of some work projects and seeing the results of that, and very fast, because Uranus is trining, very fast results that you see as well. All right, so yes, work and health. And Jupiter and Mercury are conjunct in your 11th house. You can make some important connections this week. You can make important benefactors, friendships, or even business networking. 11th house, the house of networking. People that will be useful to you some way, or you can just have really good time with friends. So you can make even new friends. Mercury conjunct Jupiter. You can get in touch with friends, and it has like a positive impact on you. It's a social good week, as well. And it's the 11th house of gains. You can take some important decisions, business or financial, that bring you gains of some sort. And if you're a Pisces, the full moon is happening in your ninth house. No, sorry, in your fifth house. So Pisces, this can be a good week romantically for you. You can go on a date, for example, in the next 2 weeks. because the full moon triggers the fruition, because, full moon, it's fully illuminated, so the fruition of this. But of course, there is a full moon every year in your fifth house of romance. But who knows, maybe this might be the year that it triggers it for you, Pisces. A good romantic day, or you just feel more date, or you can get more in touch with your romantic life, feel more connected on a heart level with your partner. It can also indicate that you have more fun, because the fifth house is the house of entertainment and hobbies and having fun. And guess what? You are the dancing queen. And the moon puts its spotlight on this fifth house, having fun and enjoyments, and you might be invited to some exciting parties, and you might find yourself being the center of attention. You might find yourself being more entertaining and kind of like on a stage. And if you're involved with any creative projects, it can be the completion of a creative project, or receiving what you need in regards to complete it, finding the right materials or ideas as well. It can indicate an illuminating idea as well, because the fifth house is the house of our original creative ideas. So our ability to be intelligent and to think intelligently. You might have like a spark of inspiration, Pisces, on an intelligent a spark of intelligent inspiration. You can just feel like you're more on the ball. Your mind very quickly finds solutions and sees the right answers, because fifth house is this house of being able to channel divine intelligence. So this moon illuminates it there. You can also just have more fun, or you can find yourself that you're drawn more to children, or that there are more children around you this week, or that you're putting more focus and emotional connection with your children. And even something good can be happening in the life of your children. They can feel very happy. They can be in some kind of the spotlight can be on them in some way. Of course, it's Christmas. It can even, for some of you, be a good time to get the full moon activating the fifth house, get pregnant, for example. And we also have the Jupiter Mercury conjunction in your 10th house, Pisces, which means that you can take some important decisions in regards to your career. Something very positive can happen in regards to social, some career project, especially if it's connected with teaching, with traveling, with marketing, with advertisement, with planning, with management. Mercury and Jupiter rule all those things. But definitely when it comes to your career, something good can happen there because of the Mercury-Jupiter conjunction, and you can have more visibility. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much. So many things. My God, I mean, like this month has been crazy for me and for many people around. So many things are coming to completion. They're, to fruition. Mercury and Jupiter visible. So I urge you, if you want to come and join me in Nicola 2019 for the summer solstice. We're going to have a summer solstice bash of 3 or 4 days. Check out the link. Also check out the 2019 videos, very much in depth for each sign. Just $6.99, or the written ones if you prefer written. They're not written by me, but they're very easy to understand, very simple. And also the 2019 calendar. So yes, I'll see you next week, and Merry Christmas. And I still haven't even put up my Christmas tree yet. Oh my God, they say when you have children you get excited about Christmas. It's the opposite. You don't have time even to put up a Christmas tree. So thank you so much, guys, and I will see you next week.